Okay, oh my god, this is a very exciting day for me again. Today, right, we have Black Diamond Stingrays. You guys have saw my first part, right? So behind me here, I have three black diamonds. These guys are pure black diamonds. They are not hybrids. They are not. I'm not saying that I don't really like hybrids though, but then I'm a huge fan of stingrays. I love them a lot, and they are always so pricey for me. So I've never really had a chance to get them, and I don't really have the space and all. But now with the freshwater room is actually building up, right? Yeah. So actually we got three of them that is sitting behind me here right now. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to show you guys the rays, and then I'm going to show you guys how are they looking so far and so on. But this is very exciting for me because to get three of these guys here is like, oh, it's like a dream come true for most of my content creation out there to be able to get rays. So without further ado, let me flip the camera over and I'm going to show you guys the ray from then on. Okay, so here are the three of them. Yeah. Okay, so I just recently got them and it's like middle. This is almost 2-3 a.m. middle of the night already. Yeah, they're really good signs though. There's one here, and then a smaller one right here that's still kind of a bit stressed up though. You can see the colors of it as well. So this tree, I don't think I'll put all three with the Asian Arowanas. I'll probably keep two and then I'll probably move one to somewhere else. Yeah, so for those of you who know that I'm a huge fan of rays. I really love rays a lot. I've been working with rays for all of my life. Like I think for my past 7 years of my career, right, I've really done a lot of different rays. So I've actually never really breed freshwater rays before though. Like I've known so much about them, but I've done so many different types of saltwater rays, but I've actually never bred these guys before yet myself. So and because I don't really have the space to do them and some of that, so that's why I didn't really have the chance to. But then right now I have a new space, a new area here to do ray breedings, and this is why I thought, okay, I'll grab myself a few. These are like, this is not for breeding actually, they're still very small. These guys here are like maybe about my whole hand size, that's all. These guys here are more like a pet, just for me to understand rays, to keep them here. We'll be building them a new tank for these guys. Yeah, and I can't wait to show you guys once they are in the tank, because these guys are very fun. So what are they? These guys are your pure black diamonds. So you guys can see these guys are like full black with the white blotches over there, right? These guys are black diamond stingrays. They are by far one of the higher end of rays. You have your couple types, you have your Motoro, you have your pearls, you have your black diamonds, your black diamond hybrids, your white diamonds, which those are being the crazier prices kind. But these guys are interesting though, really nice rays. Got this tree from a good friend of mine. I really love them, and I can't wait to put them with the Asian Arowana for now. And then yeah, so I'll probably just switch the camera over and then do the acclimation with you guys, and then from then on we will see the ray once they are in the tank.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Okay, so we're actually here to give you guys an update on the rays itself. So you can see here, right? This is the three of them. Okay, so just a disclaimer, this video is actually taken more than 1 month since I've gotten them ready. I keep wanting to do an update video upon arrival, right? But somehow I just didn't have the time to do it though. Back then when I first got these three rays, what happened was the week after, my whole house actually go through it's more like a building renovation where they are doing stuff to the power circuit or whatever. I have no idea what it's called, but so they actually shut down the whole power for the whole house for quite some time. So it was pretty scary for me because I just received them, and then 2 days later, right, I received the notice that that they are going to be a power outage. So kind of scares me a lot though when I first received them and I found that issue there. So yeah, that's why. But then okay, long story short, right, they made it through. Yeah, because you can see they're all three still here with me. Couple of changes though. Remember last time the Asian Arowana used to be on top here in the smaller tank, and I've upgraded him to a larger 4-feet tank. So you guys can see this is our blue base crossback, grown significantly a lot though, very aggressive, very attractive. You can see he's very hungry, so later I'm actually going to feed him to show you guys. Color wise, The tanning of the white tank, it's relatively working. If you guys can see the previous video, right, which I put the link up below, that video was taken, if I'm not wrong, during December period. That was last year kind of thing, and then I've just taken this video. So growth, definitely you see a big growth in him. He is significantly bigger. I will not say very much difference, but in terms of size wise, right, you can see he did grow quite a lot. I'm the kind of person, especially when it comes to blue base crossback or crossback in context, right, we don't really do a lot of heavy intensive feeding. So there's always a fast feeding and a slow feeding way, right? For reds, you want to go fast because you want the broader, stockier body. But for gold base, blue base, you want them crossbacks, you want them to be a bit nicer in body form. You focus more on the body shape on them, the more elongated, nice body shape. So yeah, so this is why feeding wise, this guy is going pretty slow. For his size, I know recommended you're supposed to go 2 times a day, but for me, I do once a day feed only. Yeah, I try to make his growing process go slower because I want to focus more on the color. You guys can see the very obvious crossback on the top already. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can see that shimmer in him. It's really nice though. The blues are coming out. You can see the pearls on the end of the tail. Very nice fish. So I'll probably keep him here for another 1 month or so. He's not really a gold base kind. We do see the gold flakes on the head. I don't know if I can show you guys or not, but yeah, just let me see if you guys can see the gold flakes on his head, right? Yeah, so he does have a bit of the gold flakes on the head, but however, I don't know if he's going to be more gold base or more blue base kind of blue base. So if it's not going to be if he doesn't have the gold natural in him, right, I'll probably throw him the black tank soon and just let him grow out that blue base already. So yeah, but okay, today's topic is really not about him, but I just want to do an update on him because he has really grown a lot. Let's talk about the race. So yeah, so I have 3 pure black diamond stingrays. These guys are from a very good friend of mine. He had pups, so he decided to sell a couple of pups to me. Same like the Asian Arowanas though. I always love rays. I always have something to raise. I've raised rays, grew rays. I've also nursed rays up quite some time. Yeah, so they have always been in like my to-go fish, but however, due to price issue, these guys are not cheap. On average, let's say for a smaller ones, like for example for this little guy here, they are averaging about $300 to $400 for a piece. The larger ones, like these guys over here, right, they can go anywhere from $500 to $800 a piece. So these guys are not cheap. Yeah, so yeah, due to finances wise and due to space wise, I don't really have the space, the finances for it until recently. So decided opportunity came upon. I've got a good friend who's letting go a couple of them. Financial wise, everything you are able to cope. So yeah, so I went ahead, I just grabbed 3 of them. So my friend being really nice, right, got me 2 females. This one over here and this piece over here. It's female. The smaller one with the donut on top, that is the smaller male. So the ratio is really good though. We have 2 females, 1 male. So you get a very nice ratio between them. I like them a lot. Okay, these guys are not super white, so they are not the very white kind of black diamonds, except for that one piece over there. This larger female, the whites are a lot better compared to the other 2. The other 2 slightly a bit more yellowish, but they are still black diamonds. So yeah, if you really want a good grade one, they will never cost you $300 to $500 a piece. Definitely no. You want a super white, they are going to cost you more. Which, if to me, this is like the first time I'm trying them out. So yeah, give them a try. If I really like them though, I'm actually planning to do another tank on top here, and then to do another Asian Arowana and a couple of more rays inside as well. I've never decided what to do with that yet, but we will see how it goes. I probably might get a super white. I'm a very big fan of another good friend of mine, his rays. I probably want to get 1 or 2 from him, but we'll see how it goes in the future. But today's topic, right, we'll talk about these 3 over here. So let's talk a bit about care levels on the black diamond stingray. So black diamonds, these guys are the hardest to keep raised by most of the aquarists, the most hobbies out there. These guys, care level, they're a bit more sensitive with water. So true. These guys, compared to your Motoros, your pearls, right, they are way more sensitive. So water is something that you really need to play a big part for. Even for me, right, my filtration is way too under. Like really, really way too under. I have a UV, a media, and then another pump here. But however, right, I've pulled up this area here, so I will be doing a overhead filter probably the time goes by for next couple of maybe in the next month. Yeah, but so probably I will do that here in the top part. But filtration wise, they really do prefer very, very clean water. These guys here are not easy to keep. So water is one thing. When you want to do race, right, these guys are water comforts. If you can do water well, you can do yeah, you can actually keep them really, really well. If your water is no good, right, you will see them very lethargic. They will fray up. The fins will not look good. They will not be like this. They will actually be very, very bad in their character. Yeah. So one thing first is water. They are very sensitive for black diamonds. If you really want to try race, maybe if you can try like the pearls, the Motoros. They are a bit more, how do you use the word? A bit more forgiving. Yeah, compared to the black diamonds. Secondly, when it comes to feeding, I relatively feed them very easily. These guys here, they are pretty much trained with pellets, so I will just show you guys what I'm feeding them. So I'm actually giving them the hickory, this one over here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Yeah, this is the sinking carnivore pellets. So I'm actually giving this sinking carnivore pellets as well as frozen shrimps. So yeah, I feed my Asian Arowana frozen shrimp, so these guys get frozen shrimps as well. Aside from that, I do give them filet kuning or filet pangasius, these two. So every week I will change their diet. Their staple will still be the pellets, and every week I will change the frozen feed. So let's say if this week I do shrimps, next week I will do fish. Then the next following week I will do shrimps again. So I do give them a very, very balanced diet throughout their whole lifetime here. Next we talk a bit about ratio aggression wise. It's always good to have more females than males. If you have more males than females, right, and if you ever get them to grow in terms of sexual maturity, right, your female will usually get very bashed up because your males will always go after it, especially when she's ready. The males will all go after at the same time, so it's not very recommended to get too many males to one female. Your ratio is always more females than males. But however, females are definitely more expensive because these guys here are the bearing one. These guys here in the future will give you guys some pups. You know, if your tank is big enough, why not? Yeah, so they will be the one that will give you a bit more pups. So this is why they are pricier. Yeah. In terms of lifespan wise, I believe these guys can live for quite a long time. Yeah, they can go for very, very long. For them to be mature in terms of their maturity, these guys take at least 2 years or so to grow mature. So they are still very juvenile right now. Yeah, so it will take them at least 2 years before they can start to have pups. But my aim is not to have pups. My aim is just to enjoy them. I really love these guys. Their polka dot on them is just really, really nice. So yeah, more for just like a company fish for my Asian Arowana. And yeah, so I'm not really here to breed them. So yeah, I think that is the most few things that I should tell you guys about. Okay, other than that, right, how to differentiate male females, right? So males will have these two claspers at the end of their tail. Claspers is the male reproductive organ, for those of you guys who don't know. You will see these two little pair of claspers hanging right out of the start of the tail there. Yeah, you will see that over there. Females will not have that. So how to tell race apart? Very easy. All elasmos, you can tell them apart based on the claspers at the end of their tail. So yeah, these guys do have their barbs on it, so be careful when you touch them, handle them. These guys here will sting you. I've been stung by rays before, and they are very, very painful. They will not kill you though. This is one thing that most people will always ask me, like, if you get stung by rays, will you die? Then why do people die from rays? So usually people who die from ray, right, it's not really because of the venom, but it's more because of the penetration wound that goes through an important part of your organ. That is really mainly the cause of death, or if you have an allergic issue. But if you don't really have an issue with rays, right, if you get stung by them, usually the barb is pretty easy to remove. It's not very easy, but you still have to go through a bit of surgical if it's really embedded in your skin. The venom itself would not really kill you, yeah, but it hurts a lot. So be careful when you handle them. Really, really be careful. Yeah, so like for me, I've handled rays a lot of times, so to me, I know how to handle them. Catching wise, these guys here, is better to do them in water. Try not to net rays and move them out of or without water. You will damage them, you will injure them, and they will get stressed, they will panic, and they will want to whip their tail all over. So couple things to take note. So if you want to move rays, best to get a low pail or a little small shallow bucket. Use a net, flush them in, and always move them with water will be the best option to go. Yeah, I think mainly we cover all this. Yeah, I think that's really mainly all for it. Yeah, I'm just going to give you guys a little update on how I got my first 3 rays. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, right, of whether you guys want to see them, any plans or any questions you guys want to ask me on rays, you can ask me as well. I believe I do know a lot about rays. Not freshwater, though. I know more saltwater than freshwater rays, but these guys are also pretty much the same. Just that, yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with them. I will probably get a few more if I have the space and the time to. I am a big fan of these guys. So yeah, I think this week's video is very, very short. It's just an update on the Asian Arowana, on the 3 new rays that I've gotten. Yeah, I think that is really mainly all. So if you guys like the videos I put up for you guys, if you guys like the rays, we haven't really decided on the names on it. I remember the small one, it's called Donut. The other 2, I cannot remember what are they called again. Yeah, yeah, so like the video, share it out. Thank you, we've hit 2,000 subscribers already. I will be doing a giveaway soon, an event for all of our local youth viewers. Yeah, I'll be doing a giveaway really soon, so catch the next video. I believe I will do a couple more different updates on a couple more different things. So same thing, like, share, and I will see you guys soon next week.